Revenge. A novel by Lizelle Tabaquero. Chapter 1. Friend. Going back to year 2071, when I was 22 years old, with a medium bob cut hair. I was wearing a white floral dress while eating mango cake in the White Park at Mars until Knight in 32 years old came for me, wearing a formal attire. I smiled at him, and he smiled back, while putting his transparent suitcase at the side of the table.
Lyrids, how was your day?
He asked me while showing a happy face. I'm 100% fine. I'm currently applying job at Planet Earth. I gladly replied with my eyebrows moving fantastically.
Oh, that's good.
He said while punching his ordered food at the touchscreen menu, which was 6 inches by 4 inches size. I looked into Knight and smiled softly. He was 10 years older than me. He was 5 feet and 9 inches tall, chinito with pointed nose and very attractive in his age. I touched his fair-skinned hand on the table. That makes him smile sweetly. I can see his chinito eyes behind his eyeglasses, that it was color black. It was as black as his two-sided healthy straight hair. The surroundings of the white restaurant was pretty awesome. Artificial jellyfishes were moving around with some 3D stars with flowing waters upward. It was not a sweet place for a couple like us, because often, people who went here are employees of different near companies. Oh, amazing! Will from Planet Earth, I said as a holographic alive figure of it appears and swims all around the restaurant that entertained us.
Do you like it? The Earth, sea animals.
Yes, I love it. Thanks, I replied in a lively voice. We ate happily together and truly liked the served white foods. Then after that, we strolled all over the area and read the projected history of the 3-hectare restaurant.
The owner of this was born on planet Earth, so that's why he made this restaurant as a tribute for sea animals.
Knight said. I looked closer to Knight. He was 10 years older to me. He was totally different, but I liked him so much. I wonder why he loves me too. So there is a swimming transparent penguin in the white aquarium that amazed me. Wow! I said while seeing my very young and innocent appearance. I moved my eyes to Knight, who's busy on observing the behavior of big whale shark at the left side aquarium. We're almost 1 year dating each other, but only kissed once on lips. Maybe Knight do not want to kiss me, I said to myself while pointing my pink lips. Knight turned his head to me that stopped me from pointing my lips.
I am now returning to work. I'll be busy for a while. My study for creation of interactive mythical creature hologram was very hard.
He said to me that seems like he is having problem.
Take care, Lyrids. I love you.
He even added, then kissing my forehead or bangs. Thank you for the wonderful dinner. I love you too, I said while waving my hands to him. After he leaves, I walk alone and think about us until I saw Gian.
Lyrids,
He said to me with a curious face, "Gian," I replied while looking at him from a distance. We talked to each other and went to the open garden of White Park, wherein lots of children with their robotic pets are playing and some cyborgs were dating with human or Martians. The fake holographic white leaves of the white fake trees were falling to us while we are sitting in the painted white bench together. So, Knight was a famous time researcher and a highly respected person unlike me. Gian said, with a sad face, while looking to the falling white leaves. Knight was an incredible man like you. I said to him in a fast, low tone.
Lyrids, it was almost 7 years that we are friends. You're very important to me.
He sincerely said while looking into my eyes. Gian, I silently said, then moving my face down.
I will always love you more than a friend.
He said while trying to smile to me even I'm too speechless.
But this love is meaningless.
He said with a fake smile.
Because you already love Knight, and Knight was an incredible guy like me.
He continuously said to comfort himself. I nodded to agree on him with a smile. He tried to smile, showing that he was not defeated by his hurtful feelings.
Lyrids, but I am more handsome than him.
He asked me while moving his oblong face near my round white face. Yes, you are. I agreed on him because it was true. He smiled with a feeling of loving himself.
Then, be happy with Knight, Lyrids.
He said to me, "Thank you, Gian." I responded and smiled at him. We looked into the covered sky of Mars. Flying hover cars were passing. Flying androids were roving. And news were shown every 10 minutes. Life here in Mars was too organized and peaceful. No crime, no weather, no poverty, no divorce, and no corruption. Everything was planned. Programs were the managers of the people, and time was given importance. I closed my eyes and filled the air of hidden water-cooled machine. It isn't the same with the air from waving green trees of the planet Earth. Knight was born at planet Earth 32 years ago. It was a nice planet where our grandma and grandpa came from. Half of the planet was unutilized by technologies because the true beauty was preserved for the next generation. However, that half area was filled with middle-class and low-class people. That is why poverty was still present to the area. It was also ruled by emotional human who often corrupts the money of the people in their respective places to be able to visit our planet. I opened my eyes and looked back to Gian.
Lyrids, let's go to Sky Festival at Hansfield. There are lots of takoyaki and floating LED type balloons there.
Gian said to me while showing his bought pass green card. Oh yes, but I will tell Knight first. I said to him while contacting Knight.
Okay.
He replied while scratching his back hair and waiting for my response. I was too honest to Knight, so I asked his permission before I will accompany Gian. Hello, Knight. Can I go with Gian at the Hansfield Festival this night?
It's okay.
Yes, Knight.
Always take care of yourself and have fun with your friend.
Oh, yes. Thank you. My call ended, and I approached Gian. How many minutes do we need to travel? I asked Gian, as a sign of being permitted by Knight.
2 minutes and 5 seconds by using the speedo elevator.
He responded while moving his hands. Speedo elevator is a form of fast transportation at Mars in a speed of light, wherein after traveling in the transparent crystallized elevator form, you will say, "Oh," because it was very fast. Though you traveled almost 100 kilometers distance in just a maximum of 4 minutes, there was a rumor that it was discovered by the Stargate at Atlantis of planet Earth. We start walking because it was already 5 p.m. So we entered the speedo elevator. And we transferred to another area by means of electromagnetic waves that convert us into live data and being transmitted. Gian inserted our pass card at the cyborg guard's hand.
Access granted.
While we are falling in line with other tourists. Finally, we came to the Hansfield. There are lots of market all around, which are being copied by the night market of planet Earth. There are lots of earthly foods. I ate some while walking with Gian. Ah, Gian, takoyaki! I said with a smile that caught my eyes. I tasted all different types of takoyaki. I enjoyed it so much. It feels like my tummy wants more. Gian, let's eat more. I said to him while chewing. I don't like takoyaki. He said back in a loud voice because the place was too noisy due to the played Rocky Beast of sound. Okay, na. I said while looking to the biggest size of takoyaki. It was 8 p.m. and the colorful LED balloons were given to everyone. They gave me the color blue while Gian got pink. I tried to reverse my balloon to Gian, but he was not generous to me. He shows me his ugly tongue and just say, "No way." I put my wish list to the balloon and began to release it with the others. Wow, it was beautiful, I said with amazement while looking to the red dark sky.
Lyrids, are you happy?
Gian asked. I am very happy. I really love this place. Thank you for bringing me here. I responded to Gian with a big smile. Gian smiled back and forgot that he was broken-hearted by me.
What is your wish?
He asked me while looking to the sky. It's a secret, I said to him. What's yours? I asked in a kidding voice.
It's a secret,
he replied, that widened my 2 sleepy eyes. And we walked to the area and bought chocolate-dipped cotton candy with ice cream on the top.
Lyrids, are you now going to work?
He asked me. I'm not yet hired, but I want to work as a safety assurance time traveler. I replied while eating a large portion of cotton candy while thinking that I was jobless.
That work was very hard. You should ensure that all attendants of time travelers in our time were counted as they return back here and save them in times of trouble.
He said to me in a low tone. Yes, but I guess that's my real calling, I said to him.
As a time guard, I will help safety assurance like you. We can work together. I'll be your sidekick in the future.
He replied with a smile. High five, I said to him while clapping his forehead in a funny manner.
Oh, you're still a rude, funny lady.
He said to me after receiving it in his forehead, "How was your job as a time guard traveler?" I asked, in a happy face.
It was fine. We commonly fight the time hackers who wants to destroy the history and change it. It was too hard and our life often in danger. But then, a safety assurance traveler ensured that we have help too. And the time army traveler. The three can work as a team.
He said to me, "I guess we will die together." I said to him,
If I die before you, can you give me my first kiss?
he seriously asked. That makes me laugh. "Ha ha! Kiss your face," I said to him with a playful lips motion.
Just kidding.
He replied with a little bit offended tone of voice. I wipe my small nose and think that we both like dangerous field of job. I smiled to Gian as a sign of having fun with him during that time and looked back to the red sky. I like Gian too. He already accepted me for who I am and knows me for a long time. But I love Knight for a known reason, I said to myself while looking deeper at him. We took 3 hours rowing to Hansfield and eating sweet street foods. I wish that some of my friends were here too, so that we can all enjoy this wonderful night festival. It was already 11:30 p.m. when rows shape of fireworks were lit on the dark red sky of Mars. All people were amazed at it. Gian on my right side suddenly wiped tears on his eyes while trying to smile. But then, I don't know what to say in order to comfort him.
Lyrids, are you happy?
He asked me. Yes, I am. I replied on him with a mild soft smile on my face.
It is good. I am happy too.
He said with a feeling of sadness in his face.
Can I hug you even for a while?
He requested to me. I think for 5 seconds. I nodded as a sign that I allow him. He hugged me tightly while touching my back hair. I don't see his face, but I heard that he was crying hardly. Gian, don't cry, please, I said silently.
Lyrids, every time I long for this. I dream that we could go here and confess my love to you. I thought that saying I love you earlier could make a difference. I tried so hard to make you feel that you are too precious, in my life.
He cried to me.
Tell me, you don't really feel anything to me?
He even added while tears are falling in my right shoulder. I'm a very cold person. I don't know what to say, but it also hurt me a little to see him begging to love him back. Gian and I were friends for more than 7 years, and he loves me so much, but I currently love Knight. After he hugged me, I hold his hand and say sorry that hurts him again. We walked together with an uncomfortable feeling to each other. Our bright surroundings became too serious and gloomy.
Lyrids, thank you. I will use different speed-o elevator. Goodbye. I honestly love you.
Gian said to me in a low tone of voice with a feeling of weakness. I nodded up and smiled on him, then moving my eyes downward. I can feel that I was too rude for not saying any comforting words. But then, I have no choice but to let him go. We used separate units of speed-o elevator. I know that when he entered the second speed-o elevator, he continued crying and covered his sweaty head. I am very sorry for that. While walking alone, I heard a robotic sound. that is following me. So I tried to run and it also ran. I shouted as I saw that it was only a small robot in 10 inches size. It was so fast like me. I stopped and started checking the robot when I came to a dead end of the street. The robot started shooting me. I saw a plated big metal that I uses as a shield. The robot uses low quality of gun, that's why it just caused a minimum damage to the plate. So I decided to face the robot, then attack it by using another metal to turn down his power source. When I successfully managed to turn it off, the robot said his final words. Kill the wife of the earth, murderer. Kill the wife of the earth, murderer. Kill her. Kill her. A wife of a murderer, and I do not have husband. I said, as I think that I was mistaken by the robot. I took the robot and starts walking again. I went back to my 3-story underground home and sleep unexpectedly in my round-shaped green foamy bed. I didn't notice my cell phone's notification. Knight is 5 times calling on me. After 3 hours, I decided to check the robot to ensure that I got the detail required to report it. It was from the future. So robot in the year 2100 can now time travel at Mars? I said as I saw the marker of production of the robot. I put it in metallic box and starts writing report, then sends it to the high authority by using my mini jet sender. I swallow my saliva, thinking that if I am going to be really a wife of Earth's murderer, I think that I was wrongly mistaken. Knight won't be like that. He is a well-known professional person. Hit like and subscribe for the upcoming chapter.